Alright guys, part 5 of the Hellraiser franchise review. Checked this out last night too, and that's Hellraiser Inferno. And this is also, I really dig this movie in the franchise. I think this is like one of the last great Hellraiser movies. This really takes the detective aspect of the third one, but really intensifies it to like a Jacob's Ladder type feel to it. It's Craig Schaefer, who was in Clive Barker's Nightbreed. He plays a detective that right off the bat you realize he's a scumbag. I mean, he's doing coke and setting his partner up and all kinds of scummy stuff. But it's basically he's going through this thing. He's trying to find, or he's going after the engineer, and this guy who the underworld of this city is really talking bad about, saying he's the most bad dude ever, and the engineer will find you, you won't find him, whatever. And he's leaving trail of bodies and all this stuff, and it just goes on and on like that. And I don't want to give away the ending, but it's a pretty cool twist ending. I do like Craig Schaefer's performance. I heard a lot of people say they don't, but it's like really over the top, and it's direct-to-video quality acting. But I dig it. I dug him in Nightbreed. I wish he played more. I'll probably look him up after this review and see what else he played in. And if he played anything cool that you know of that it's not Nightbreed or this, comment below. But yeah, I really dug this one. It actually has John Turturro's brother, Nick Turturro, as his partner, who he's setting up and everything. And yeah, like I said in my other reviews, I don't want to give away too much plot and all that. Just want to say the stuff I dug about this movie and the stuff I disliked. Right off the bat, some stuff I disliked was the shoddy CGI effects. Like at the end when his wife and daughter are on this pillar, you'll know when I see it, there's just really bad CGI effects involved with that. And when this one person transforms into Pinhead, really bad CGI effects. And that's my biggest complaint coming up here is you could tell Pinhead was like shoehorned into this movie. I think this was the start to where Hellraiser films were other scripts, nothing to do with Hellraiser, that the Weinsteins or whoever told a script writer, just put Pinhead in this story and make it a direct-to-video Hellraiser sequel. And yeah, you could definitely see that, because when Pinhead does come in the last 5 minutes, it's kind of strange, just because it doesn't really fit that well. It's just kind of bizarre. The makeup effects for Pinhead, though, in this movie I liked a lot. They kind of put a lot of pores in it, and it looked really cool, especially with the setting, because there's like a lot of like ice and snow and stuff. It looked pretty cool. The one big complaint too I have about the Hellraiser Inferno is it's the longest Hellraiser in the whole entire franchise, and it doesn't need to be that long. You know, it could have been trimmed a good 10-15 minutes. And it's still got the same point across. And there's a cowboy bar scene that feels out of place, that just kind of is weird. There's like these two Asian cowboy women, and they're just bizarre. Now some things I liked. The first two Cenobites you see, these two women, they look really good, and the sound effects for them were actually really creepy. And you see this dude, he has like a back tattoo of these two Cenobites, and then they start moving on the back. And the sound effects for him were actually creepy. I'm trying to think of there's a Cenobite with no legs or nothing. It's just a torso with a head and arms, and that was pretty cool. That's the ones that come off the head right off the bat. I mean, a lot of this movie is forgettable, but I still did really enjoy it. And fun fact, I guess Doug Bradley didn't want to be on the cover of Hellraiser Inferno, because he knew he was only in it for 5 minutes, and I guess he told the Weinsteins, don't put me on the cover because it's really not about me. And of course they didn't listen, and they put Pinhead on the cover of it. But yeah, it's a really enjoyable movie. I think it's a worthy sequel to Hellraiser Bloodline. I mean, but yeah, there's not much I can really say about it without giving stuff away in the plot. I mean, there's bare bones release, you know, transfers decent, there's some good close-ups, there's some good shots, some good outside shots that look good. A lot of crushing in the blacks, I mean, a lot of grain, and towards the I think most of them have it because I think I've seen another copy of this and I popped it in and it had the same exact problem. So it's just really laziness on Miramax Dimensions' part that in like the last scene where the daughter and the mom are tied up, in the top of the screen it gets like white fuzzy. It really stands out. And it's annoying. But I mean, what can you expect? I think this was like $7 brand new or something for 4 movies. I think Miramax Online's. I thought for some reason I thought Mill Creek put this out, but I don't know. But yeah, it's just laziness on that part. I feel like these films do deserve some kind of like decent box set. I mean, not as detailed and complex as the Scarlet box, but they deserve some kind of set. You know, each one on their own disc with a few special features. I don't know, a mini documentary, maybe some commentaries. And one more thing too, I forgot to say on the Bloodline review is Kevin Yeager, the effects master from like Nightmare on Elm Street and stuff, directed Hellraiser Bloodline under a different name, Alan Smithy, because he didn't like the results of it or whatever. So that was a cool fun fact about that. But yeah, definitely check out Hellraiser Inferno. I mean, it doesn't have a huge Hellraiser feel to it. It actually has like a really it was made in 2000, so there's a lot of like it has a 2000 feel, like especially when they go in the tattoo shop and stuff. There's a lot of it you could tell it was from 2000, but it's definitely worth watching to complete the whole thing. But anyways, guys, I'll come at you next with Hellseek. Peace.